Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're doing gameplay with the brand new Dark Matter Anthony Edwards. And Ant-Man is a card who, I am excited to try out Ant in my team. Now, as I record this, the Mavs literally just beat the Timberwolves in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, and Ant kind of played pretty crappy. So, as a Mavs fan, I enjoyed that. As a basketball fan, you don't exactly want to see that, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't mind if Ant kind of has a stinker of a series and the Mavs make the finals, obviously. But I'm still excited to try this card out. I think it's lame that he's not point guard eligible, considering that his other card is point guard eligible, which is, by the way, the Dark Matter that I got out of the Bionic Lock-In set a couple weeks ago, which is kind of garbage. So literally, while this Anthony Edwards is a near exact clone, by the way, of his other Dark Matter. So if y'all saw that gameplay, you don't need to see this one. He's got a plus 10 block, plus 5 steal, plus 1 speed, plus 2 steal ball, plus 3 excel, plus 1 vert, plus 2 lateral quickness. Like, I promise y'all these stat boosts are not game-changing at all. And then badge-wise, they literally have the exact same Hall of Fame badges. And this card isn't point guard eligible. This is a 6'4" shooting guard. Like, way to ruin one of the more exciting players in the league getting a free card. Legitimately, Anthony Edwards is one of the more exciting players in all of basketball right now, getting incredibly hyped up, and deservedly so, having just beat the defending champions in the playoffs. Like, the Western Conference is really good, and they made the conference finals. That's impressive. Swept the big three of KD, Beal, and Booker, which, say what you will about that team, but, like, I mean, I don't know. I think it's kind of lame that 2K kind of butchers Anthony Edwards, because here's the honest truth about Ant. He's got great stats, great badges, and I can go over those all if you want me, if y'all really want me to, but like, I go over all the stats and badges every video. He has great stats and badges, and they're pretty much the exact same. And y'all just saw the stats anyway, so I don't think I need to go through every single badge. The thing about Ant is his release just isn't that great, honestly. He's got Kemba Escape, which is really good, but his behind the back also isn't that great. So you have a undersized shooting guard at only 6'4" with a release that honestly is a little bit leaning towards baited, and then movement that like is good with a nice escape, but not unbelievable with an elite level Jamal Murray type behind the back. Like, this Ant-Man card is fine, and he's going to be super athletic and definitely fun to use, but like, I mean, he's fun to use for a Timberwolves fan, sure, but I find it hard to realistically argue that Ant-Man is even close to a real top-tier shooting guard in the game. There's a couple free shooting guards that I'd definitely take over him, like, obviously Glenn Rice, but even guys like Chris Middleton, Dominique Wilkins, RJ Barrett, that type of card, I think I'd rather have than this Anthony Edwards, unfortunately, which is a shame, because Ant-Man should be an exciting, fun card to use in my team, and him being shooting guard eligible with a mediocre release is not what we're looking for, so... Oh well, hope that changes later next year for 2K, but it is what it is, and let's hop into a game, see what Ant-Man can do. We have ourselves an interesting matchup here. FCG Deem with SGA, Glenn Rice, 100 overall KG, Bol, and Giannis. Not an easy matchup at all. The best card in the game, period. Still, Glenn Rice at the shooting guard position against my Ant-Man. Not going to be an easy one, but we're going to do the best we can to win this game and see what we can do with Anthony Edwards. Obviously, I think Ant-Man's one of those guys. He's got a good escape, and he's super athletic, and I think if I use him properly enough and play well, I can have a good performance with the card. I'm not going to sit here and act like he's the best card in the game or anything like that, because he's not. And again, I'm just going to say, give him point guard eligibility, change his jump shot base, and he's 10 times better, and like, that's good for this game, considering Ant-Man's one of those guys that you want to be good in my team. He's fun in real life, he's fun in the game. Like, that's not a good shot there. Spacing is just not where I really wanted it to be, but that's backcourt. Yep, he was in the front court there with Bol. We'll take that. And yeah, so let's hop into some more offense with Ant-Man, see if we can really run the floor and just create some space, get downhill maybe. That's obviously, I think we want to start off trying to get to the rim with Ant-Man, because I think that'll more so open up the 3-ball. Just quite simply, and there we go. We get a driving lane. It's an easy stick dunk. He's super athletic, super fast, gets downhill and gets the dunk. That's where he's at his best offensively, is using his SIGs to get to the rim and not his SIGs to get a 3-ball off, because his release is slower. And if we get to the rim, I feel like we're going to be in a better position to get more 3-balls off as well. Good D by Tyson Chandler. This dude's just backdoor made, it looks like, which is funny how many guys have great teams like this dude does. And I mean, I have a great team as well, so I'm not sitting here saying I don't have a great team. I'm just saying it's funny to see a guy like this who has a great team and just isn't very good at the game. But look at Ant-Man, greater than normal fade. Nice shot. I didn't actually expect that to be a wide open. I thought that was going to be an open. I honestly thought I was going to miss it, but I didn't. Wow, that's a good shot. Honestly, love to see it. Step up here, make him work. Just honestly, at this point, just don't give up any. Yep. You're a bot. This dude's a bot. Like, legitimately, he's just a bot. And now the transition 3-ball's open, and that should be green. Oh, my gosh. Green the 3-ball then. That should be green. Green. There's the release right there. That's a 6% contest and an angle. I mean, it's not an ungradable shot, and I shouldn't be making excuses, but at the same time, that's not a 6% contest with a lot of the other shooting guards in the game. And again, don't forget that he's only 6'4", so there are issues with this card that we're not going to sit here and pretend that there aren't, but do your best. Again, 6'4", going to struggle against a 6'11" KG. A 6'6", 6'7", 6'8" shooting guard is going to give you a better chance of getting a stop on that. Like, Unfortunately, as much as I really want Ant-Man to be just an absolute elite level card, I'm not entirely sure he really is right now. And that's a steal for Glenn Rice. Again, Glenn Rice is 6'8". Why would I ever run an Anthony Edwards in comparison to Glenn Rice? Which obviously you wouldn't. Glenn Rice is the best card in the game still. But in general, I think, I don't know, it's an interesting study, honestly, with a card like Anthony Edwards. This could have been such a good free card and such a fun free card. Give him point guard eligibility and change his jump shot base. He's better than his previous Dark Matter. He's an awesome free card. He's super exciting for all these NBA fans who have been watching the playoffs and seeing Ant-Man go off. That makes so much sense to me. It's going to get people on your game, and he's going to be a good card. And he's still only 6'4", so it's not like he's going to be the best point guard in the game or anything. Again, we have multiple elite level free point guards already. Not to mention a 6'11" one is the Pro Pass reward this season. Like, the problem is he's not going to be the best card in the game, even if they soup him up more. It just makes more sense for their game to make him a better card. I don't understand why this card is shooting guard eligible. Are y'all really losing revenue by making Anthony Edwards point guard eligible and making your community happy? Like, I promise y'all, changing his jump shot and giving him a better, giving him a better positional eligibility, the same as his gambling card, like, is not going to hurt your pockets. I just don't understand. It's like they don't understand the concept of building a relationship with customers. And it seems like that's a pretty common thing these days in general, but it kind of frustrates me because I feel like it's not exceedingly complicated at the end of the day. And I feel like 2K's just really insanely, massively dropped the ball this year in a way that no other Ultimate Team mode has. And that's kind of a shame. So yeah, I think, I mean, I don't know. Ant's not bad. He's got 9 points, 1 assist. He's definitely usable, like I said. I just think there are definitely better cards, realistically. And, like, I don't think that's an insult to Ant to say that. You know what I mean? He's 6'4" with a mediocre release. Like, what are you going to say at the end of the day? A 6'4" shooting guard at the mediocre release. He's super fun to use because of his slashing, yes. And, I mean, if you use him properly, he's still going to be effective, as we're seeing right now, against the vast majority of players who are not truly elite-level defensive players. You can have success with an Anthony Edwards. His speed and escape and dunking ability will allow that and will create that. But I think there are better options at the same time, and multiple free better options. So even though he's a free card, I still think, unless you're just this big Anthony Edwards fan, which again, if you're a huge Anthony Edwards fan, the card is usable. Use them and have fun. But like, I'm honestly kind of jealous because as a Luka fan, I don't have a good Luka card to use, and Anthony Edwards at least has a decent card. I don't know. Regardless, it could be better. It could certainly be better. Drills the three there, but he's only because he's wide open. This dude I'm playing is not an elite level player. And again, against a guy like this, I can take pretty much any single card and make them look half decent. So this isn't a super impressive gameplay, but I do think Anthony Edwards is, I mean, he's showing me some things. He's going to obviously be an exceptional slasher. I mean, look at the finishing ability. He's got slashing take now, and good luck, man. Legitimately, his speed and his slashing and the way this dude's playing defense, refusing to go under, refusing to manually try to get through screens and stuff, he's kind of in a position where he's just getting dogged. That's a good shot, and that's bad defense, honestly. And that unfortunately also cuts it to only a 2-point game. So if I want to lock in, if I want to win this game, I got to kind of lock in. But did I just get? I thought they just called me out of bounds. I would have been kind of heated if I got called out of bounds, but I didn't. Anthony Edwards to the free throw line. Knocks the first free throw down. Second free throw is also going to be up and good. Very nice. 99% there. And with 18 points and 1 assist, having contributed every single bucket we have, it's time to get some defensive stops. We are in a 4-point game, and we need to cut this dribble drive off. Contest here again. Play the pop. Play the fade. Yep. Contest here. Good D. I clicked on perfectly and contested myself, and that's a stop. That's going to be a run out. Well, it might not be a run out yet, but it's going to be a stick dunk because I'm just going to deep hash you, and I'm going to go stick dunk. Yep. I told you. He didn't back up manually, get underneath the rim, and it's too late. 99 speed, slashing takeover. I'm getting downhill, and I'm finishing, and that's game right there. 6-point lead with 23 seconds left. Like I said, he may not be the most elite level shooting guard in the game, but if you use him to his strengths, he can definitely be a valuable, fun card to use, and he has showcased that in a game where he has dominated the distinctly better card in Glenn Rice. Like, I don't think anybody's going to sit here and say that Glenn Rice is not a better card than Anthony Edwards, but again, card level is not the only thing that matters, and Ant-Man has done his thing today as a slasher especially. Holy smokes. 22 points and 1 assist, literally contributing to every single bucket we score. This entire game is pretty impressive, not gonna lie. Very, very pleased by this Ant-Man card and his ability to contribute at least 22 points, 1 assist, 8 of 10, 2 of 4 from 3. The card's good. He's fun to use. I just realistically wish that he's not that good. He's fun to use, but he's not that good. If he was taller or had point guard eligibility, or even both, but really just point guard eligibility and a better jump shot base, those two things would transform this card. He's already not terrible, but he would be an elite level, super fun free card. I don't understand why 2K won't do that. At the same time, he's still fun. He's still a free Ant-Man. And I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. And I appreciate y'all. Peace.